How does Michael Jordan spend his money? There are only two people named MJ who have stopped the world in its tracks, and they have the same first name. We're talking about the king of pop, Michael Jackson, and the star of this video, the king of the court, Michael Jordan. The most famous athlete of all time and a basketball legend by every right, Michael Jordan built a brand that has remained iconic from his days as a basketball player to his days as a basketball club owner. Success doesn't begin to define Michael Jordan's worth, but a title as world's first billionaire athlete might help you understand just how green the grass is on his side. From his NBA salary years to nearly 2 decades of being a businessman, Michael Jordan has put in the work and he has most definitely gotten rewarded. With his net worth standing at $2 billion, Michael Jordan can afford the finest things in life. Just wait till you see his properties. In this episode, we're taking a quick look at the luxurious life of Michael Jordan to see how he spends his money. Michael Jordan has a very impressive net worth, but the only thing more impressive than that is what his billions can buy. And you won't believe how many cars he bought on his first splurge, so make sure to stay tuned to find out. Here's a breakdown of how Michael Jordan makes and spends his money. How Michael Jordan makes his money. Michael Jordan is not only one of the most iconic and most celebrated athletes in history, he's also the very first one to make it to the exclusive Billionaires Club. And he has made the income more than sustainable. With a net worth increase of over $300 million during a year of global economic crisis, it's undisputed that Michael Jordan really knows the art of making money. So let's take a look at how he has managed to amass a $2 billion fortune. Basketball career. Michael Jordan was a talented basketball player on the Chicago Bulls team, and his first contract with the team got him about $7 million for his first 4 seasons, starting in 1984. That may seem relatively low now that top draft picks are earning as high as $44 million for their first years, but it was only the stepping stone to Jordan's dynasty. By his 12th season in the NBA, Jordan's salary was upped to the top range of the league at the time, and he was earning $30.1 million. He topped that the next year with $33.1 million, and it would take 16 years for another NBA player, Kobe Bryant, to get to that earning level. Jordan retired in 1998, but he returned 3 years later as an active player with the Wizards and donated his $1 million playing salary from the team as a contribution to relief for victims of the 9/11 attacks. Make sure you watch to the end of this video for some of Jordan's more mind-blowing donations over the years. But now, let's get back to the money-making game. By the end of his time in the NBA, 13 years with the Chicago Bulls and 2 years with the Washington Wizards, Michael Jordan had earned $94 million, and that was only the beginning. Nike and endorsements. Playing in the NBA may have set Michael Jordan up for fame, but it was the sponsorship and endorsement deals that brought him the bigger bills. Nike was Jordan's first major deal. Michael Jordan signed a 5-year deal with Nike in 1984, which was worth $250,000 annually. At first, he was just the face of the brand, but the release and success of the Air Jordan shoes made him a signature brand for the company. Decades later, and the Jordan brand still tops the charts for revenue to Nike. Reportedly, Jordan had been hoping for an Adidas deal back in 1984, but they passed on him in favor of taller NBA athlete. Considering the fact that the Jordan brand is now bringing over $3 billion wholesale revenue to Nike, of which Jordan gets $130 million, we can definitely say he didn't lose out. In fact, the Nike Jordan brand has a partnership with Fortnite, and it doesn't get better than that. Or does it? Well, the success of his Nike deal naturally catapulted Michael Jordan to deals with top brands like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Wheaties, Chevrolet, Nike, Hanes, Gatorade, and Upper Deck. And Jordan still has partnerships with most of these brands to date. That's a lot of money, so just keep watching to find out what he has done with the billions. Sports franchise. Who better to own a basketball club than a former basketball player? No one. And Michael Jordan knew the game better than anyone, so it was only right that he bought the Chicago Hornets basketball team in 2010, officially becoming a basketball club owner. Although Michael Jordan was securing big deals left, right, and center, he still hadn't hit the $1 billion mark. Now, the purchase of the Chicago Hornets may have set him back $175 million, but within the next 4 years, the franchise value rose and made him a billionaire. The team is now valued at over $1 billion, and Michael Jordan owns about 97% of equity, so it is pretty easy to see just how much money they have made him over the years. But that's not the only sport that's bringing in the check for Michael Jordan. He became a minority owner of a baseball team, the Miami Marlins, as part of Derek Jeter's investment group that bought the team in 2017. Michael Jordan understands sports and he understands business, so it's no surprise that his ventures have all been successful. And if you are in doubt, wait until you find out how many properties he owns. Restaurants. Michael Jordan took his business initiative to another level and went into the art of fine dining. He now owns several establishments in the United States, including the Michael Jordan Steakhouse franchise, which spans across Connecticut, Washington, and Chicago. Michael Jordan is also the co-owner of the 1000 North high-end restaurant in Jupiter, Florida. Jordan's restaurant empire also includes the aptly named Michael Jordan's Restaurant, which is located in a suburb of Chicago. When it comes to making money, Michael Jordan definitely knows how to do it right, but you'll be surprised at how much he spends too. Make sure you watch to the end for all the juicy details. Dealership. If you thought Michael Jordan was done building his empire, you thought wrong. The former NBA star also has a pretty large dealership where he exclusively stocks Nissan vehicles. Michael Jordan's dealership is located in Durham, North Carolina. Just another ding on Jordan's cash register that's filled to the tune of $2 billion. Lawsuits. Pretty unconventional, but worthy of mention. Michael Jordan gets a lot of money from legal battles. The Jordan brand is a global phenomenon, and those who can't afford it, well, they end up paying anyway if they try to copy it. In 2016, Jordan won a lawsuit against a Chinese sportswear brand that was using his name and a similar logo. But that wasn't his only win against freeloaders. Two supermarkets, Dominick's and Jewel Osco, tried to associate themselves with Jordan without getting a proper contract or deal. Jordan took both to court and won. The slew of lawsuits brought Michael Jordan several million in wins and settlements, but the amazing thing is, he used all of the money for charity. Keep watching to find out how he shared his donations. How does Michael Jordan spend his money? We know how Michael Jordan makes his incredible net worth, but $2 billion is a whole lot of money, so how does he spend it? Let's get right to it. Real estate. In true billionaire fashion, Michael Jordan has a couple of expensive properties to his name. In 2012, Jordan spent $12.8 million to build his dream house in Jupiter, Florida. The 26,000 square foot mansion has 11 bedrooms, and it's located in the exclusive Bears Club community, which is practically a golf lover's paradise. And if there's anything Jordan loves more than basketball, it is golf. So we understand how his mansion in Bears Club is the perfect dream home for the superstar. But that's not Jordan's only home. Jordan has a lakefront property and a luxury condo in Charlotte, North Carolina. He also has a $2.8 million property near Charlotte. In addition to these properties, it is also rumored that Michael Jordan owns a winter getaway property in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jordan's most impressive property remains his Highland Park mansion in Chicago, Illinois. Michael Jordan reportedly built it from scratch and designed it to his taste. The gated compound has an NBA-style basketball court, state-of-the-art cigar room, extensive wine cellar, 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms, a pool pavilion, a fully equipped fitness center, and pretty much anything you can imagine. If you're interested in the 32,683 square foot home, you just need to drop $14.8 million to cop the property. And that's over half of the initial asking price from when the house was first listed for sale. But with a $2 billion net worth, it is understandable that Jordan is not in any particular rush to sell. Not like we can afford to buy, but can you imagine how it would be to live in a house that was previously owned by Michael Jordan? Yeah, it's an expensive dream, but just wait till you see his garage. Vehicles. Speaking of Jordan's garage, over the last few decades, he has matched his penchant for style and luxury with the cars he drives. For someone with a dealership, you know Jordan's garage is bound to have only the best of the best. The NBA legend has over 40 cars, which include his Aston Martin DB9 Volante, Cadillac XLR, Porsche 911, Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, and of course a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 edition. But that's not all. Michael Jordan likes to travel in style and comfort, and his Gulfstream G550 private jet is just that. The jet is painted Carolina blue with the signature Jumpman logo on the tail and a callsign ID of N236MJ, which is a combination of Jordan's jersey number, the number of championship titles he has won, and his initials. When he is not in the air or on land, Michael Jordan likes to be on the water in a chartered 230-foot yacht called Mr. Terrible, or the 80-foot Viking Yacht Company fishing boat that docks in his marina. It must be nice to be so rich that you can choose any form of transportation and be set to go. But what else does Michael Jordan need to prepare for his travels? Security. Whenever Michael Jordan travels overseas, he makes sure to bring a security team with him, and to be honest, if you're worth $2 billion, you would too. The cost of Jordan's safety is reportedly between $1,000 and $1,500 per hour. Divorce. Michael Jordan got a divorce from his very first marriage in 2006, and the settlement cost him a jaw-dropping $168 million. Maybe that's the value of 17 years of marriage when you're a celebrity? We may never fully understand. Investments. In the world of business, you spend money to make money, and Michael Jordan seems to have mastered the art. Jordan has individually participated in funding rounds for Sportradar, a Switzerland-based sports data provider, Music, a headphone brand, Gigster, a San Francisco-based tech freelance marketplace, and Axiomatic, the parent company of esports squad Team Liquid. Michael Jordan also joined 3 fellow NBA owners to launch a premium tequila brand, Cincoro, and their most expensive bottle retails for $1,600. Jordan also has taken an equity interest in DraftKings, the sports betting company. Put the total cost of these investments together, and Michael Jordan must have spilled close to $50 million or more. Gambling. Wealthy people have expensive habits, and Michael Jordan is not an exception. Although cigars are Jordan's most known vices, gambling seems to be a strong contender when it comes to cost. It is clear that Michael Jordan's competitive spirit goes beyond the court, as he used to play $100 post-practice shooting games and bet on games like Sudoku. Jordan used to wager hundreds of thousands of dollars on single rounds of golf, and he once collected $500 from a fan after winning a bet at a charity golf tournament. But his love of golf doesn't stop at occasional playing. Golf. Michael Jordan's favorite pastime is golf, and as a true billionaire, he plays in style. Jordan got tired of waiting for other players at the public golf course, so he took his money and put it where his fun wanted. Michael Jordan built a private golf course known as the Grove 23 in Hobe Sound, Florida. He also owns a custom Carolina blue golf cart with, of course, the Jumpman logo. Although the exact cost for this passion purchase is unknown, we can imagine that it set back a couple of hundreds, if not millions of dollars. And when you are a billionaire, you are allowed to enjoy things in your own way. Philanthropy. With great wealth comes great responsibilities, and Michael Jordan definitely steps up to the plate. The billionaire donates to several charities in Chicago, and in 2017, Jordan donated a $7 million fund to Navant Health Michael Jordan Family Clinics in Charlotte. Michael Jordan has also made a notable donation towards Hurricane Florence relief effort, the American Red Cross, Make-A-Wish, Friends of the Children, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, and the Institute for Community Police Relations over the years. In June 2020, Jordan and Nike's Jordan brand pledged $100 million to organizations fighting for racial equality, social justice, and a greater access to education. The ESPN docuseries The Last Dance, covering Jordan's last year in the NBA, was also released in 2020, and Jordan's share of the proceeds have been committed to several charities. Also, remember the lawsuits we talked about earlier? The ones that won Jordan some millions? Well, he took the winnings and donated the millions to 23 beneficiaries in Chicago. Ironic, right? Final thoughts. When you are the world's first billionaire athlete, you have all the money in the world to make any type of decision. And Michael Jordan has made only the best. From his numerous investments to his philanthropic efforts, Michael Jordan continues to prove himself as the greatest of all time. He took talent and built it to professional skill. And then he took his business interests and built an empire. For Michael Jordan, there is nothing beyond imaginable, especially with a $2 billion net worth.